What's up, V-dubs? We are camping. Look, we're out in the middle of the wilderness. Okay, maybe we're not quite roughing it. We're actually at a campground close to us. We do want to take a short vacation every once in a while and just come up and relax away from the farm. And today we're going to bring a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, mainly because it is delicious. And would you say pretty easy?
Pretty easy.
Yep. It's a blueberry cobbler made in a Dutch oven. So let's get started.
So I'm going to show you guys how to make it and demonstrate it for you, and we'll even eat it for you. No, but we will put the recipe in the description for you guys and exactly how to do it. Let's get busy. So the first step to this is get your charcoal going, get it hot, whatever size your Dutch oven is, and mine actually says on the lid that it's a 14-inch. You are gonna double that. So we'll get to where to put those and stuff in a second, but go ahead and get your charcoal going. So we need 28 bricks. Ben is gonna do a couple extra, but that's how you're gonna know how many to start.
All right, so if y'all have never seen one of these are a charcoal chimney. These things are amazing. You put your charcoal in the top, take you some paper. I just take the charcoal bag, put it underneath it, set it up on something like this, light the paper underneath it,
and it will light your charcoal. So you're gonna cook this cobbler at 350 degrees for 50 to 60 minutes. While this charcoal is getting going, my first step is to melt some butter in the bottom of my pan. If you're doing this in your oven, you would simply just put the butter in your pan, stick it in your oven for a few minutes till it melts. So we've actually got our Dutch oven sitting on the charcoal chimney where the charcoal's getting hot, and we're gonna use that to melt the butter. So just get your butter melted. I'm actually quadrupling this recipe, so I'm using a whopping 2 sticks of butter because we're feeding a lot of people tonight at our camper. But the regular recipe I'm gonna post down below is for, you would use 4 tablespoons of butter. So when we go camping, one of our favorite things to do is cook outside, whether that be in a Dutch oven or on a grill or a griddle or anything like that. So this is just an enjoyable experience. I've already mixed up at home the dry ingredients, so I'm gonna tell you guys what those are, but that just makes this so much simpler. When you're in your kitchen at home, throw all this in a bag, add the butter and some milk and some fruit, and you're good to go. So like I said, I have quadrupled this recipe to make a big cobbler. So in this particular cobbler, there is 3 cups of flour. All-purpose flour works just great. There is 3 cups of sugar. There's 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and finally a teaspoon of salt. So that's what I've mixed up in this bag. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump that in this mixing bowl. So I've made this cobbler many times. It's a family favorite, and it's usually blueberry when I make it. We are actually trying to eat a little healthier, a little less sugar right now. So this is actually made with stevia. So this is an experiment. I know the recipe with sugar turns out perfect almost every time. So we're gonna see today how it turns out sugar-free. Okay, the final ingredient besides the fruit is 3 cups of milk. And when we're camping, we don't have proper measuring devices, so this is a plastic cup that actually has measurements on it. I'm gonna measure in that. All right, it's time to get the charcoal ready. So we've got our charcoal hot. We are, like I told you at the beginning of the video, the size of your Dutch oven, mine is 14, you're gonna double that. So we need 28 briquettes of charcoal. All right, so we've dumped out the charcoal. What you're gonna do is divide it in half, and then you're gonna take 3 from one pile and put in the other pile. So in this case, we've got, like I told you, 28 briquettes because mine's a 14-inch pan. We're gonna take 3 from one pile to make one pile 17, and that's gonna leave the other pile 11. You're gonna put the smaller number on the bottom, and you're gonna put them in a circle So you can see Ben is putting them around the outside of the legs. You're just gonna snug them right there to the legs, but you're not gonna pile them in a pile underneath. They're gonna go around the bottom. So we have our butter melted, our batter mixed up. We're just simply, this is still a little lumpy, that's perfectly fine. It's kind of like pancake batter. You don't have to just stir it to death. So we've just got that spread out in there. So for a batch this size, we're using about 8 cups of fruit. You're just gonna scatter that out on the top. These are actually blueberries and strawberries from our homestead. You can use frozen fruit of any kind you like. And your final step is put the briquettes around the outside of the lid. This is the pile that has the 3 extra in it. So in this case, it's 17. And that is it. So that formula is very easy. That is gonna give you 350 degrees for about an hour. This cobbler needs to cook for about 50 to 60 minutes, so that should be perfect. Again, the formula is so easy. Take the dimensions of your Dutch oven, times that by 2, split that back into 2 piles, take 3 from one pile to the other pile, put the smaller pile on the bottom, the bigger pile on the top, and you're done. So now you get you a glass of tea, cup of coffee, you sit around and you visit and you relax, and in an hour you'll have a delicious dessert. Okay, here's the official taste test. Best cobbler ever.
Right there at it.
All right, so that is it. I hope y'all give that a try. Super easy, very delicious. I promise you'll be the hit of the cookout, and it's just a fun thing to do in the summertime, cook outside. Hope that helps. Hope it helps you learn about cooking with a Dutch oven. You can use that technique for anything that you want to bake at 350. We'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.